Chad, I want to get down to business. As we always say, there are Huns to defeat, and there are playoff series to win. The first ever playoff series victory in this series went to Atlantis over Atlanta. In Game 3, extra innings, the Atlantis boys got it done. They'll be playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, but Chat is also ready to get in on the playoff action. Second year in a row as the number one seed in the American League. They take on Tampa in a best of 5. So before we get into it, obviously we have a lot to look at because, for MLB 24 so far, we haven't had too many examples of each of us being in the playoffs at the same time. So, it's a bit new, but again, you guys, hell of a team that's ready to go. And I mean, we look at some of the numbers here that we might not have looked at before. Yuri Perez, he wasn't very good this year. For a $28 million pitcher, he wasn't very good. He might not be the ace. Jim David was also not quite as good as you would expect, I would say. He was good. He won the Cy Young again, but not like dominant numbers. Richie Christensen, from the looks of it, is the best pitcher of the bunch, at least so far. Avi England also wasn't that bad. He was pretty solid too, and Juan Baroa. ERA was high, but the FIP was good, so it's interesting. I mean, whether or not Yuri Perez disappoints again is kind of the big thing to focus on, so we shall see. Streamer vs. Chad ever played each other in the World Series? I think once. I think we did once. Ooh, Gavin Lux. Whew. Well, you got this one extra year out of Gavin Lux. He was still good this year, but woof. Sato had an 802 OPS, 13 home runs, 55 RBIs. Vladdy had over a 1.0 OPS. Jesus Christ. So Vladdy's just as big of a monster as he's ever been. Spencer Steer was great this year. He's got at least a 1+1 left. Rafaela, Sedan needs to do a little bit better. William Dalton, I mean, he's better than who you had. He wasn't amazing, but he also wasn't dreadful. Slaughter was okay. 19 home runs for John Slaughter. Horton with an 895 at the plate. What the fuck? And then Christian Arroyo might be playing right field for you guys. And that is because of a certain injury to Jonathan Soto, out for at least 10 more days. So Soto is going to miss the entire ALDS series against Tampa. He was bad for you guys last year, but that is a rough injury. Honestly, Tyrone Ray was better at the plate than Dalton. It might be worth. It's your team, granted, but it might honestly be worth dropping Dalton for the playoffs and just going with Tyrone Ray. And then someone like Duarte or Sean Murphy behind him. Does Dalton play against both? No, okay. Tyrone Ray comes in against lefties. That's not too bad. Who else can you guys get in there since Juan Soto's not going to be on the playoff roster? Michael Chavis was there before. Tulibits can't play anywhere else. It's worth getting Michael Chavis back onto the playoff roster just because of his depth. Just as a depth option because of his utility options. So you don't need Murphy on the playoff roster. We know Vladdy crushed it. Lux and Arroyo, that's fine. Slaughter, Dougie Walk. Walk is obviously somebody that you could take out of the playoffs. Honestly, like Naylor and Walk aren't great depth options. Rafaela Horton. That's right. You traded the other center fielder for the catcher. And then an injury to Juan Soto. Whew. Graves isn't on the 40-minute. Yeah, there's not too much you guys can do in terms of changing up the roster from here. It did send down a couple of people, though. So, see, this always happens. It always seems to send down people. Did Menard pitch at the major league level this year? He only had 6 innings. He was really good when he played, though. Gamble was pretty bad. You could probably leave Gamble off of the playoff roster. Derek Hope was phenomenal. Pedro Eliz, really solid. Gregory Santos, solid. Adrian Morion, also solid. Pedro Ponce barely played, right? Yeah, he actually didn't pitch any innings. So honestly, got Menard under the playoff roster instead of Ponce. Buck, I enjoyed it. I don't think it was like the greatest episode in the world. It wasn't a poor episode, though. It's Otto, Hollowell. I was going to say it must have sent down starters, and it did. So we pretty much know you need Matt Harmon on that playoff roster. And then Cliff Lloyd makes a lot of sense, too. You got that starting pitching strength. You might as well use it. So rotation. Look at that, though. Perez, Davidson, Richardson, England, Baroa. 3 really good long relievers if needed. I mean, that's an immense amount of pitching talent on this team. You guys are set up very, very well here. The question is, how devastating will the injury be? How devastating will the injury be from Juan Soto, and how much will it affect the team? You guys are taking on Tampa. The Rays look like this. Rhett Lauder has a top-notch ace. From there, the rest of the rotation's okay. It's not amazing, but it's solid. Relievers, Eric Miller, Everett McKnight. Okay. There's the talent. Marshall Potter, Albert Kessler, and Griff Almanza. Okay, they got a good bullpen. Catchers, Henry Davis and Alfredo Duno. First base, Trey Morgan. Second base, Felipe Gomes or Gomez, depending on your preference. Royce Lewis, Curtis Me. Ooh, not an easy matchup for Chat in the first round. Not at all. Outfield might be a bit weak. John Torres, Christian Pache. Okay, so the outfield is a bit weak, but everything else about Tampa's pretty damn good. When talking about the victorious Mermen, I don't know if there is anything in particular that I could even change about my roster. Felipe Casillas is still out. I mean, there's just nothing I can do with him. Injuries are still very much going to be a factor for me here. You know, Sanchez was bad enough. Let's get Miguel Perez onto the playoff roster. Get Sanchez out of there. Good power against lefties, but screw him. Don't need Nick Gordon on the roster. Seaver, Camp, Zokar, Gehringer. That works. That works. I think we're good. Not too much I want to change. We're going to trust the boys that got us there. I'm going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates in round number 1. Whew. Well, it was a good run. I'm very glad to have won a playoff series before you guys won the whole damn thing, because that is exactly what's about to happen, is that you guys are going to win the whole damn thing. I am certainly not going to win the whole damn thing. I'm about to get bounced. Probably in a sweep. Tremendous pitching staff for the Pirates. Miguel Amaya at catcher, tiebreaker, yes it was. They don't have a natural first baseman on the roster. Second base, Tamar Johnson, Leo Peguero, Nick Gonzalez, Brett Beatty, your old friend Brett Beatty. Got Cole Young and Ty Pete. Ooh, got Verdugo. Yeah, I only missed one stream last night. I fell asleep out of nowhere. Yikes. Pirates versus Mermen. Who owns the seas? My guess is them. Looking at that roster, my guess is them. But the question will be, who wins? Atlantis, Vancouver, both or neither. That is the prediction that you can bet on here. Oh, boy. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What game comes up first? Looks like it's going to be my first game. Starting off the series against Pittsburgh. Oh boy, they're going to be full stamina. We won a playoff series with a 190 batting average. Do you understand how badly Atlanta choked? That's insane. And there's no chance in hell it happens for me again. All of my starters are tired. Unless I go with like a veteran Jose Suarez. It's going to have to be Jason Suzuki. Suarez is my long reliever. It has to be Suzuki. The 23-year-old out of Japan, Jason Suzuki. Oh man, Donovan needs a day off. Shit. Oh boy. Miguel Perez, congratulations, you're on the lineup. Gabe Moreno needs a day off for Will Comstock, but Comstock is also tired. So we might as well just play Moreno. And, yeah. Mikhail Garcia. How can I get you into the lineup for, buddy? Gleyber Torres has to come back. Oh, boy. This is not going to go well for me, is it? Not at all. Take Moises Gomez out. Swap Garcia for Rengifo. The Rengifo. All right. I am just going to leave the lineup as it is, and we'll see what happens. Who needs lefties? Lefties are a myth. We'll see how this goes. I have zero hopes or expectations for this series against Pittsburgh. Absolutely zero. I'm just, how you doing? Happy to be here. Leadoff double for Gleyber. Try to play some small ball. RBI single for Azokar. Gets caught stealing, though. I have a lead, but how long will it last? The answer is probably not long. For $20, I will Tanya Harding their pitching staff. What a reference. Solo shot for the Atlanta hero, Brian Rocchio. The Rocchio. Pinocchio. We're up 2-0. The hell saw that coming? Not me. 2-0 Atlantis through the first 4 innings. Sokar's on, gets caught stealing again. Couple singles in a row and a strikeout. That sounds about right. Rock bottom expectations for the Mermen in this series, but off to a strong start. Good Lord. Bunt him over, Gleyber. Attaboy. Rengifo. Yep. Moreno. Well, we played small ball. Maybe a little bit cowardly, but it got us a little bit more insurance. We're through 6 with a 3-0 lead. This is unbelievable. Suzuki's getting a little bit tired. RBI triple for Burleson. And that will do it for Mr. Suzuki. I need to bring in a righty. How did Fujita do in the regular season? Pretty good. He did better than Campbell. Did better than Soto. Cervantes was good. Patino. Luis, come on down. Shit. Uh-oh. Well, the lead's down to 1. That's not ideal now, is it? Luis. Oh, Luis. Oh, Luis. Oh, thank God. We're off to the 9th, up by 1. Torres down, Rengifo down, Moreno down. In for the close is going to be Edmund Cervantes. 1 down. 2 down. Oh, thank God. The Mermen take game 1. This is an indictment on the sim engine right now. This is insane. How? Just how? A 3-2 win over the 2-seed Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll take it. We'll take it, but what the hell, man? What the hell? So game 1 to the good guys, at least in that series. If we view today's games, my game is before yours. You got the old 10:05 game. So we will go to... This is all preceding games will be simulated. That should be fine. Yours shouldn't go through. We looked at the time. Good. Just making sure. Game 2 for the Mermen. We're going to get the first 2 games in before we see Chat's team in action. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do in this game. The rookie Orlando Almanzar. Oh, God. I cannot send a 19-year-old player out there. I can't. Jose Suarez, the veteran. He's been our long reliever. I feel like I have to send Jose out there. I mean, Orlando... Yeah, Orlando's not. He's not ready for that spot. Jose Suarez gets the start. Gabe Moreno absolutely needs a day off. That guy is about ready to just keel over and not get back up. I need to sort this out by performance. Let's see. Mr. Monasterio and Mr. Torres are about even. So Glenn Camp needs to come in. Old Glenn. And then it's Seaver on the chopping block. I'm going to give Gomez another chance. Only the 3 at-bats. How the hell am I getting Mikhail Garcia back in? I guess it's going to be for Monasterio. All right. Gentlemen. Let's see what you can do here. Game 2 against the Pirates. Corey Biggs on the mound. We survived their ace. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Glenn Camp in the top of the first. And it's a 2 RBI double for Mr. Camp. An early lead for the Mermen. Oh, Jose. Oh, Jose. You recorded 2 outs, man, and it all fell apart. Oh, Jose. Rocchio's on. Can't bring him in, though. Chat, you don't get to give me advice when you haven't won a playoff series, okay? Know your place. Boy, Jose. All right, boys. Somebody else has got to deliver here. Good job by Suarez. Leadoff single for Gomez. Fly out, strike out. Down goes Rocchio. Oh, Jose. 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 Attaboy, Jose gets out of the bases loaded situation. Zokar gets the steal. Can we small ball him to tie? Yes, we can. This game is tied, and Jose Suarez's day is done. As we need ourselves a lefty on lefty dynamic here. So he's a little bit tired, but I don't know why he's so tired, but Quiones is coming in. Son of a bitch! Look, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly fine with losing. We had no expectations for this series. It doesn't mean that the game still has to toy with me like this. It can't help itself, basically. Campbell's coming in. Also doesn't help. It only gave me a fucking day's rest before we started this series. Wasted opportunity there. Solo shot for Badu. It's 6-3. 3 unanswered runs for the Pirates. Leadoff double for Auzakar. Rengifo makes it a 1-score game. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Back to 2. Oh, man. Whoo, Isaiah Campbell. Good to see you, buddy, because we're not going to be seeing you for the rest of the playoffs. You blew it, son. You blew it. As the Pirates are going to tie this series at 1 game apiece. Yikes. 2 home runs for Akil Badu. Miguel Quiones gets charged with the loss. That makes sense. And we move on to Chat's first game of the playoffs. Taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. At the Kingdom, no less. It'll be Yuri Perez. He's the ace. I mean, you got the big 3. The order doesn't necessarily matter. You might as well find out if Yuri Perez is worth the paper his contract is printed on. Which he might not be. Game 1 for the Couve. Move over here because when I have to go to the bullpen, that'll be a thing. What type of playoff performance will you get from Yuri Perez this year? Robert Spasato's solo shot. Again, all the pressure in the world on Chat's team here. They should have won a title last year. They got bounced in the first round. They need to win a title this year, as certain players are getting worse. Good start for the pitcher. I mean, I think Yuri's already pitched more innings in this game than he did in all of the playoffs last year because he could not stay on the mound. 2-run shot for Vladdy. It's 3-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. showing up. Trey Morgan brings in 1 run. Bases loaded against Yuri Perez. This is the time for the man to prove himself. He gets the strikeout. Big moment for Yuri Perez. Chat, you get a choice, sack, fly, or swing? Now's the right time to get you involved here. Swing or sack, fly? Sack fly is the call. Going once on sack fly. There it goes. Successful. It's 4-1. Spasato singles, Lux, and a runner's thrown out going home. Leadoff single against Perez. A line out. Pop up. Is now the time, or do you trust? His stamina down to the warning sign. 2 on, 2 outs in the top of the 5th for Yuri Perez. You trust him to get the last out. Obviously, you'll probably need one of the 3 long relievers to come on. Going once on trust. Going twice on trust. Sold. He gets the out. He did it. He got the out. So top of the 6th. Definitely a good time to take Perez out. Question is for who? You got 3 long relievers at the very top. Probably a good time to go with one of them instead of the short-term bullpen options. Shouts for Floyd. Shouts for Harmon. Shouts for Santos. I know I saw on Twitter. Yeah, shouts for Elliot. Glad to see Chat's decisive tonight. Glad to see Chat's decisive on who they want to go with. The united front. Floyd wins. Fair enough, Henda. Clyde Floyd in, strikes out the side. Good way to start. 1, 2, 3 the other way. Leadoff single for DeLuca. Torres down. Triolo down. Great start for Floyd. Sposato on. Lux brings him home. It's 5-1. Vladdy brings him home. It's 6-1. Steer pops up. Rafaela goes down to the 8th inning here as the A's are dominating. Clyde Floyd to seal the deal. Might as well. Absolutely lights out Clyde Floyd as the A's take game 1. Vladdy with a big performance. And he needs to come up big in this series with Juan Soto down. The A's take game number 1. Let's see. We want to check all games. And you guys have a game 2 coming up here. Let's get right to it. Let's do it. That was a great performance, though, pitching-wise. And now it's the back-to-back Cy Young winner, Jim David, on the mound for this game. See what happens here in game 2. Again, a best of 5. 2-run shot for Royce Lewis. Oh, is it fucking opposite week? Yuri Perez is good, but Jim David's going to struggle in the playoffs? Oh my God, Jim. Sheesh. Gets out of it, but 3 in the top of the first for Tampa. Leadoff single for Sposato. I mean, you can't really risk the steal. You need base runners right now. 2 on, 2 outs for Rafaela. Base is loaded for your new catcher, Billy Dalton. Well, that helps. That helps a lot. It's 4-3 Vancouver. And you almost weren't done. You nearly had an RBI double there. 7 runs combined in the first inning. What a way to start. Arroyo's on. Sposato down. Lux into a double play. Chat was offered a center fielder. Uh-oh. David. Can Jimmy get out of it? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Both offenses struggling since that first inning. As the starters have settled in. Bottom of the 5th. Sposato on. Lux down. Vladdy down. It's more of the pitching duel that we expected, although Tampa's starter is gone. Steer, leadoff hit. Rafaela down. Dalton down. Slaughter down. David still looking strong. Solo shot for the DH, Floyd Horton. 5-3. Sposato with a double. Spencer Steer, 2 on, 2 outs. Fielder's choice. David has absolutely settled in since that first inning. Do you leave him until he gets in trouble, or do you switch him out now? He's been crushing it since that first inning. That's the question. What do you do with old Jim David? Chat says leave him. Lewis down. Gomes with a single. Mead walks, and now's probably the time for Jim to go. Single and a walk. Now's the time to take him out, I would say. Chad, who do you want? Obviously, below Floyd, Menard to Elise are your relievers, your non-long relievers. So between Menard and Elise, who do you want? Who do you want? A shout for Santos. Multiple shouts for Santos. Is it Santos? Going once. On the Santos. Going twice. And sold. The Dunno. Double play. Santos gets out of it. Oof, another runner thrown out. Santos to end the game. I mean, he's on full stamina. He is, it's closer by committee. One down. A walk for Williams. DeLuca down. And Vancouver has won the first 2 games of this series. Disaster may not strike twice for the Athletics. 1 win away from the next round as Pittsburgh and Atlantis get ready for game number 3 in a 1-1 split. The very first playoff game played under the sea. Ridiculous. Who the hell is my starting pitcher going to be? Orozco is ready. Okay. Charlie Orozco ready to go. Lineup wise, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell we're going to do here. Gleyber Torres has 1 hit in 12 at bats. Seaver has no hits in 11 at bats. Donovan's down to a 267. Yeah, our home run song is Octopus's Garden, by the way. All right, Seaver has sucked. Glenn Camp is in. Gleyber Torres has been awful, so Michael Garcia is in. No doubt about that. Gabe Moreno has sucked, but so has Comstock. This will pretty much even them up in terms of at-bats, though. I'm going to go with Comstock for the game. And a Monasterio on 8 at-bats. I'm going to give Miguel Perez a chance. Game number 3. The Mermen at home for the first time. And a 2-run shot for Johnson. Oh, Orozco. Just remember, I could have broken the rules to get that outfielder, but I kept Orozco. Runners at the corners for Rengifo. Big RBI single there. Brendan Donovan can't do anything else. Warrior, I didn't actually. I had no idea anything happened today. Badu's on pinch runner. Was he hurt? How the hell are you putting on a pinch runner in the 2nd inning? I mean, it might work, but Jesus, runner thrown out. Oh, Orozco. I don't know if we're going to be able to make up that amount of offense, buddy. Comstock on, Perez down, Azakar down. It is Orozco's first ever playoff start, so I do forgive him. Solo shot for Rocchio. Leads down to 2. Sanchez on. Oh, Orozco. Oh, Orozco. I'm going to trust you still. That was a mistake. I need a lefty, but they're both tired. Fuck. Fujita. Now this is what should have happened against Atlanta. Oh, we're getting pumped. This is what should have happened against Atlanta. I was due for this. That's okay. I'm fine with it. I never thought we'd even make the playoffs, but yeah, we are getting dunked on. We took game 1 from Pittsburgh, and that just pissed them off. Solo shot for Burleson. Jesus Christ, gentlemen. Soto, I'm going to leave you in for a little bit, I guess. Might as well. 11-2. Oh, yeah, by the Pirates. Yeah, but we're in 2032. There's a difference. Oh, God, we had a good start, and then it just fell apart in the 4th inning. Gifo hit by a pitch. Donovan down. Camp. I mean, right now I'm just looking for good performances from anybody. And not really getting one of those. I'm going to bring on Almanza. Why not? Let's see if you can be trusted to start a game at some point. Well, so far, that's not the case, buddy. Yep. All right. And this is why we didn't start the rookie. Holy shit, Orlando. Well, turns out starting the rookie wouldn't have done anything either. Bases loaded for Rengifo. He grounds out. I'm going to leave Almanza in just to finish up the game, no matter how bad it gets. The Pirates are going to be 1 win away from the championship series. It is 15-2. 16-2. Bottom of the ninth, we're down by 14. And that'll do it. 21 hits for the Pirates, outscoring us 16-2. We were due for an ass whooping like that because we have no business even being in the playoffs. And that is exactly what happened. Let's see. Oh, both our games start at the same time. I guess I'm going to go... Oh, God, I hope it doesn't accidentally... Let me save really quickly in case it accidentally sims past one when it's not supposed to. Like I said, I'm good, man. I mean, I got my yucks in by being able to win a playoff series before you guys did. I didn't think we were going to make the playoffs once. So, I'm feeling good. No issues, no worries. I've already won my World Series. So let's see. Hopefully, if we hit play game, preceding games will be simulated. View today's games. All right, we should be good. So up next is Game 3 for the Athletics and the Rays, a win for Chat's A's, and they are off to the ALCS for the very first time. And Richie Christensen takes over. We did beat the Braves. I don't know if there's... They were still good. They should have beaten me. They absolutely should have beaten me. Rafael, the RBI single. Dalton grounds out. Christensen with some early insurance to play with. Leadoff single there. Back-to-back singles. Base is loaded for Henry Davis. No outs. Sac fly. It's 1-1. A strikeout. Base is loaded again. Christensen survives, allowing just 1 run. That's pretty damn good. Small ball's not a good idea at this stage. Lux, RBI double. Vladdy, RBI single. It's 3-2. Steer into a double play. Rafael is on. Dalton goes down. Let's see. A double there. A little bit of trouble again for Richie. He gets out of it. That high-end talent that doesn't panic. Sato on. Lux is on. No other follow-up, though. Still 3-1. Double play ball. Off to the 6th inning. 3-1 Vancouver. Again, trying to close out this series. 2-out walk there. A follow-up single. Richie gets out of it again. Insane composure from Richie Christensen. Do you go for the sac fly with Spencer Steer to make it a 4-1 game? Chat, is that your plan? Do you go for the sac fly with Spencer Steer? Or do you swing away? You have Vladdy on first. Going once for swing. Evened up again. Going once for sac fly. Going twice. No, we're tied up again. Chat, very on the same page tonight. Going once for sac fly. Going twice. Sold. It's 4-1. Oof, 1 out triple against Christensen. He's still got stamina. He's still looking okay. Sack fly, it's 4-2. He gets out of the inning. 7 solid innings for Richie Christensen. Might as well go for the steal with Horton. He gets it. Arroyo can't bring him in, though. Well, chat, who do you want? Who's the guy? Who's going to be the setup man? In this instance, again, Menard through Elise are the relievers. What album is Cyanide by Metallica even on? Death Magnetic. It doesn't make sense to go for Floyd as a long reliever in case you need him, although then again, he did pitch well. Menard, Floyd, Elise. Menard. Looking at Menard or Elise. Shout for Floyd. Shout for Hope. Chat doing so well. So united. There's 2 votes for every reliever. JD gets the deciding vote of Elise. Congratulations. Gets him down in order. Leadoff double for Esposado. Small ball's the way to go to get that insurance. And there it is. It's 5-2. Pedro Elise has the stamina to shut it down. A walk for Davis. Pache down. 1 out away from winning their first ever playoff series in Vancouver. Can they do it? Can they seal the deal? As the Rockies are already in the Final Four. Not like I'll be playing them. 1 more out for Vancouver to win their first ever playoff series.
Torres in the box here. Lets that one go.
Please misses.
The Rays
A 5-2 lead. Fantastic series for the A's. A powerhouse team that's actually playing like it this year compared to the disappointments of last year. Oh, and you're going to be getting Juan Soto back very soon.
And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goal fastball from Elise. Runner on first, 2 outs. They're down to their last strike. Oof, how the hell did he get a piece of that? Elise needs 1 more strike.
2 outs. Foul ball still.
Another foul. Vancouver awaits with bated breath for their first ever playoff series victory.
Pitch misses, and the count's even.
Still gotta wait.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back.
They don't get it. The city might riot again. Taps, you can request anything you want. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Elise. Oof, full count. Playing with fire if Triolo gets to step up.
He's got to find the strike zone.
Be playing with fire at that point. The 3-2. Pedro Elise. Another foul.
9th pitch of the at-bat.
Their leadoff man, John Torres, trying to continue this series.
Fouled off again.
Another foul ball. Can you tell that he's contact swinging to stay alive? MLBshop.com, a fanatic's experience. So not a good one. Another foul. An extended at bat for John Torres to keep the Rays season alive, and he draws the walk at the end of it. The tying run to the plate as Gregory Santos is brought on by the manager to try and seal the deal. Santos needs 1 out.
Now it's the DH. 9th inning elimination.
Jared Triolo just 1 hit in 11 at-bats in this
They
series.
just have to remember that they have had many innings.
That thing's a nightmare.
where they've scored.
I think he's the reason why people don't go to Rays games.
Just relax, get your pitch, and make something happen.
They tried to get him to chase. And
Slider misses.
down and away.
Chat's team can never make it easy, can they? Never, ever.
The tying run at the plate.
2-0.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball.
Experience Vancouver baseball.
Then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And fouled off.
Riolo fouls off that sinker.
They hope he's
I
the guy
kinged him
who's
for a
got the
strike
comeback.
zone.
Tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
The 2-1 from Santos.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
Great swing and
Holy
solid
shit.
contact. Just a little too quick.
We need angel strike zones. Dude, every fucking umpire in the major leagues at the start of the year has angel strike zones. Jesus Christ.
Pitch. Swing and a ball.
The
lifted
left.
in the air, shallow left field.
It lands.
Base hit.
Davis going home. He's out. And the Vancouver A's are going to the ALCS. Why the hell would you risk it? Just hold up at third, man. Why the hell? That is some Waluigi level base running for no reason whatsoever.
Solid division series win. They can move
So
on.
there it is. Chat becomes the second team in this series
ALCS.
to win a playoff series. Congratulations to the real underdogs, the back-to-back #1 seed Vancouver A's, winning a playoff series. He wanted to be the hero. He sure did. He wanted to be a hero that makes it a 2-run game. In fairness, that's a hell of a throw. That's a hell of a throw. He's already about a quarter. Maybe not a quarter. A fifth? Maybe a quarter. He's a quarter by the time the ball leaves his hand. If not a third of the way down the base paths. I mean, that is just a tremendous throw. Holy shit. Whew. He went flying. How? His hand hovered. Oh shit, it went back. His hand hovered over the bag. As close as you can get. That's cynical, it's very athletics. Controversial, perhaps. But the Athletics get it done. They will play either the Chicago White Sox or the Baltimore Orioles in the ALCS. For now, the Mermen try to extend their playoff lives. It's win or stay home against Pittsburgh. Will that do it for the first round? Austin Jordan is up. And from there, I'm going to do the same thing I always do and just optimize it, get the hotter hands, those extra at-bats, and hope for the best. I'll obviously have to sub out some people, but that's okay. Orochio has been unbelievable. Still got Donovan on the 200 and the Monasterio. Not particularly great. So Seaver definitely being outplayed by Camp. I mean, that's not even a question. Gleyber Torres. I hate to say it, it's Monasterio out for Garcia. It's Gleyber Torres out for Miguel Perez. And then Moreno is still going to be in. That's the lineup. That is the lineup. Gleyber Torres has fallen on hard times at age 35. He's down about 10 overall points from his peak with me. Here we go. Trying to keep the season alive. As unlikely as it is, we never should have made it past the Braves. We did. It's a success on that fact alone. We got to play small ball. Shit. Back-to-back strikeouts. Whew. All right, wow. Very slow start for the two offenses. Bases loaded for Brendan Donovan. Sack fly, even though I didn't tell him to. It's 1-0. Perez with an RBI single. Moreno clears the bases on a double. 4-0. Jordan hit the first batter he faced this inning. Double play ball. He's out of it. Gomez on. Their starters out. 4-0 through 5. RBI double. The Pirates are on the board. Oh, Austin. Oh, Austin Jordan. Absolutely chokes in the top of the 6th. We're tied. A 4-run lead has disappeared. Still just 1 out in the inning. Now 2. Whew. The Mermen. Their buoyancy being tested. Oh, man. Solo shot for Johnson. 5 unanswered runs for Pittsburgh. Bottom of the 8th. Gomez walks. We got no choice but to bring on Gehringer and go for the steal, and he got it. Rengifo. Garcia strikes out on the sac fly attempt. We had the tying run at 3rd, and we couldn't bring him home. That'll do it. Leadoff double for Gonzalez. Well, here we go. The Mermen are down to their last 3 outs. It's been a hell of a run. Lauren Park brought on. Been a hell of a run, Mermen, but it's time to swim away. Brendan Donovan, the leadoff hitter, the bottom of the 9th. What a ballpark. So barren. This is the first game we've watched in this stadium, yeah. It's an interesting stadium, to say the least. A lot of empty space behind home plate. Oh, Dono. Need to make more of that one, buddy. Oh, boy. A 1-run game. It's fucking 5 unanswered runs for the Pirates here, too. Yo, Donovan. That was way too close, buddy. Way too close. The 2-2.
1-run game.
Brendan Donovan.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground.
1 away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faced.
Shit.
Slow down a little bit, and then from there,
Miguel Perez has had a big game.
Here's the second baseman, Miguel.
Miggy. What can you do for us? That's a base hit, Miguel Perez. Tying run to first.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual.
Incoming double play ball to end the series. But a big moment there for Miguel Perez. Gabriel Moreno.
Gabriel Moreno. Park checks over to first, and he's back.
I think you want to get
Mr. Moreno.
This hitter not a power guy, so
I anticipate your double play ball to end our season. Especially when you don't make the most of opportunities like that.
Stay dialed in here. Look for or anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Under the sea. In an octopus's garden. In the shade. Oh, Gabriel, my God. Are your helmets always blank with no logo? Yes. They're beautiful matte helmets. The 0-2 to Mr. Moreno.
Swing to the ball.
Right. Drop. The tying run will be at third unless he didn't run. Tying runs at third. There's no way. They're not going to do this again. This game's fucking with me. They're not going to do this again. Runners at the corners with one out. Jose Azocar, top hitter in the playoffs so far.
Jose Azocar will hit next. Slap the other way, foul.
I love the heart of this team. I do. I love the heart. They don't have the talent, but damn it, they have heart and nuts.
Tying and winning runs aboard with
Whole lot of nuts.
in game 4. And that's in the
Yeah, you can't take that pitch. You got to send that over the wall. No flow indeed. We are probably about to be eliminated by Pittsburgh though after beating Atlanta in the wild card. The 0-2. Jose Azocar fouls off that changeup.
I think ultimately you want to tie him
He's been our best hitter in the playoffs so far.
Get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Not bad for a rando free agent signing a year or so ago.
lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Patience, good eye. You're basically the cast of the replacements, pretty much. Pirates versus Merman Tales all the time. It's true. Johnny Depp made a documentary about this.
That one missed.
2-2. Patience from Jose to battle back. 15th pitch from Park.
Wouldn't chase that.
Full count to Jose Azocar with the hero of the Atlanta series, Brian Rocchio, on deck. Azocar.
The pitch. This one pops up.
And it'll come down
Brings it in.
to our talisman from the Braves series to save our season. Down to our final out.
Here's Brian Rocchio trying to deliver.
Mr. Rocchio, 0 for 4. Perfect time to cliffhanger, though, isn't it?